Hi, it's March 19th, 2022. I'm going to be taking this 1991 420 SEL out for a little test drive. Purchased this car from a friend of mine named Joseph Rubino. He contacted me last week. He asked me if I would come out and take a look at this car. He was looking to sell it to make room. He had simply did not have room for this car anymore, had another car coming in. When he called me, my initial reaction was, the mileage seemed a little high for the car. And Joe told me, Dean, listen, come out and see the car. I went out and saw the car, and here it is. I bought it. It's amazing. The car has 179,691 miles. It is the highest mileage W126 I've ever purchased. I have purchased higher mileage, usually 100, 120,000 mile cars. I've had some really nice R107s that were very well maintained with higher mileage. This is the nicest high mileage W126 that I've ever in my life has ever seen. I mean, it's got almost 180,000 miles. The car looks, runs, and drives like it's new. The car comes with a plethora of documentation showing all the work that went into this car mechanically. But rather than me just babble about the car, let's get it out on the road, show and tell. See, the car starts up immediately every time. Idles flawlessly, no vibration in the cabin. New motor mounts, new transmission mount. Shifter bushings are crisp, nice and tight. AC in this car is ice cold. It's all new. The wood in the car was refinished by Madeira Concepts. The instrument cluster, the needle are bright orange. The clock works. 72 degrees. Beautiful day here in New Jersey. I'm already freezing here. I got to turn this down. Let me get it out on the road and show you a little bit about how this 179,000 mile car drives. I mean, it drives beautifully. It's got all new Michelin tires on all four corners also. When you see the service binder on this car, you'll understand why this car is what it is, which is, in my opinion, one of the nicest high mileage W126s in the country. Joe did win a lot of awards with this car, rightfully so. I mean, the car is, cosmetically, it's as beautiful as it drives. See, great acceleration, smooth shifts. Cruise control works beautifully. That AC is cold. Tracks down the road tight. Just a beautiful driving car. Car just won I think it was in 2021, it won the Mercedes-Benz Preservation Award. When I do the walk-around video, I'll highlight, more about the cosmetics of the car. It does have minor flaws, but flaws that I would consider consistent with a 40, 50,000 mile car. I mean, it really shows how well the car was maintained. Tracks down the road. Suspension's nice, it's tight. No play in the steering wheel. Interior's gorgeous. Wood has all been refreshed and refinished. It's absolutely beautiful. rear of the W126. Obviously one of my favorite cars ever built. I'm very glad that Joe called me and asked me if I'd be interested in buying it. And I'm very, very, very pleased with the car. And you know, knowing Joe for a number of years, I should have expected that, because when he told me that I think you should come out and see the car, I knew he wasn't going to just waste my time. He had something special. This is a very special car. To see how it accelerates, I mean, its shifts are silky smooth, suspension's nice, tracks down the road straight. I haven't even had a chance to go through the 3-inch thick binder of work that has gone into this car since he's owned it, but the car needs nothing. We're going to go through the car and change all the fluids and filters, but I mean, outside of that, I mean, I'll be shocked if my mechanic finds anything that this car needs. Just, I wouldn't hesitate to drive this car anywhere right this second. If I had to drive to California right now, I wouldn't have an inkling of a concern. I drove this car yesterday about 60 miles. I had it out on Route 195, 295. Pretty open highway here in New Jersey, and they're pretty lenient with the speed limits. I'm not going to say how fast I was going, but this car was cruising along nicely at speeds that I would say maybe I exceeded the limit a little bit, but the car really drives nice. It's a beautiful car. I spent all day yesterday driving a 89 560 SL, another beautiful 126 car with 31,000 miles, and that car is also very well sorted, drives beautifully, and this car drives just as nice as the 31,000 mile car. It's just a really spectacular vehicle. I recently purchased the car for myself, sentimental reasons. Not a collector car in any way, but I had one back in the day, and purchased the old 163 ML320, and it's a one-family owned vehicle, very low miles, very clean, rust-free. I've been pumping a lot of money into it, more than I really wanted to, so I'm kind of upside down in that car. And after I got this car back, I told Joe, I said, man, I really wish I didn't buy that ML, because, you know, I'm so upside down in it, I'm going to keep it. Because this is a car that I would personally keep for myself. I would actually prefer this over the ML, but it's kind of too late now. The ML is mine. It's like my adopted child, and I plan on keeping it for at least 10, 15 years. You know, I had the same truck back in the day, so it was a sentimental purchase. This car obviously drives a million times better than the ML, but I like those trucks also. So we're going to be, I'm going to be putting this car up on auction on Bring a Trailer, being no reserve. I can guarantee you whoever gets this car is going to be extremely pleased with it. Mechanically, they're going to be blown away. Cosmetically, you are not going to find another car with over 100,000 miles that has had the amount of work done to it that made, I mean, this car is really stunningly beautiful. The leather's in great shape, all the carpet's in nice shape. He put OEM brand new Mercedes-Benz floor mats. Car comes with the binder, 3-inch thick binder of all the work that has gone into this car. Comes with 2 custom car covers, a plethora of the old parts. It presently has an Alpine stereo in it with a Bluetooth, and I was using this stereo yesterday, and I was on the fence about installing the Becker radio, which was serviced by Becker Auto Sound. But I think I'm going to leave this head unit in this car for the sale. But you will also get the Becker if you want to go back to the original Becker head unit. Just because I was using this Alpine yesterday, and I had Bluetooth going in the car, and I was listening to my music, and you know, I really like the stereo. So, but like I said, the Becker will come along with it. This is going to be a no reserve auction. My next video will go over all the cosmetics of this car, and it's just as nice as I described, and you will see that along with the photos. And by the time this car comes to auction, I will have all the information about the crazy amount of service work that went into this car. I mean, everything works on this car beautifully. I mean, just look at the power windows. They go up and down like the way they were when they were new. So that's my video on this 1991 420 SEL. Wonderful car, and like with all my cars, if you like it and you're interested in it, you want to come see it or send a third party out to inspect it, by all means. This is a car that will not disappoint. So best of luck.